Good evening, everybody. This is Leah and Ryan and Loft Manager Richard from the Pioneer Racing Pigeon Club of Ontario, here with your Monday night family show live stream. I'm going to check to make sure we are live on Facebook and YouTube and send it over to you, Ryan. Go ahead.
Fun day of pigeon racing here at the village. Fun day all around Canada. Yes, today we had the birds. We were going to try and get them out for an early fly this morning, and you had the hawk there. Boy, he's here. This is the most persistent hawk I've seen. He got one and he was still hunting at 5 o'clock. He got one, ate one, and still hunting. I think we have a pair.
He was so hungry that we got that new loft there. We haven't started work on it yet. So we have the shell with 4 windows, right?
Yeah.
What are they, 3 feet apart?
Yeah.
4 feet apart. He was going in one window and flying through the loft and coming back out the other window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine the brain control, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what a...
He knows what he's doing.
It's a real weapon. Really, it is. Mm-hmm. Amazing to see. But welcome, everybody, onto the show tonight. We're early as usual, pioneer time. YouTubers, Facebookers, and YouTubers. Welcome, welcome. Make yourself a beverage. Today I'm going to be going with some Gatorade. Feel like Gatorade?
I had a friend of mine, he drank too much Gatorade. And
what happened? What happened?
Wasn't good.
Wasn't good. No. Watch your Gatorade intake. That's what Ricky's trying to say.
We are live on Facebook and on YouTube. I'm going to say hello to Tracy watching, Dave Ottaway. Michael Peebler says good evening. Good evening to you. Frank Eichhorn, Chris Marshman, and Henry Rotter Rhymes with Ladder is in the house. Questions, comments, complaints, now's the time. This is what we do here on Monday nights. We talk all about pigeons. We're going to show our winners from this past weekend. Hopefully you guys can hear okay. Can you guys hear us okay? Because I'm hearing like a little bit of static, and I'm not sure if that's at my end or your end or where.
We're completely static free here at our end. Our sounds are perfect here in the studio.
It's really fun.
It is good.
I think you opened up the show with the hawk today, and I think it would be good to talk to speak. Some of the novices that are out there. That novice means beginner flyers. And I would say that most of you beginner flyers, if you're 8 years old, you're a beginner flyer. And if you're 50 years old and start flying pigeons, or 60, or 70, or 80, or 90, and you're starting to fly pigeons, you have the mentality of an 8-year-old pigeon flyer. Okay?
Are you sure?
100% sure.
Okay.
So, if you're going to go on the internet and try and learn to fly racing pigeons, it's a helper. It is a helper. But just because you went on the internet, and just because maybe you bought a lot of books and were reading those books, don't think that you are going to be a pigeon flyer in the next 2 months, in the next year. When I talk to a new pigeon flyer and I see he's had pigeons 5 years, he's still a novice. You understand me? You may be get lucky 7 years, maybe 10 years, start to get lucky in pigeon flying. Okay? So, you know, I remember years ago when I started my first job, and I was 17 years old, my job in construction. And I went and bought a brand new pair of boots. And I walked in with brand new boots on, and there was guys working on the job 30, 40 years. And they looked at me, and I was 17, and they said, "Hey, son, how long have you been in construction?" I said, "Well, quite a while. Can't you see my big boots?" You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go back to hawks now. If you got a hawk problem, the best thing, if you want to let them out, let them go out for a loft fly, but make sure you watch. When it's time to bring them down, you can tell. Get that whistle or that dropper or that shake the can. Those things, They're going for half an hour, going for an hour. You can start to see how they're looking in the sky. Give them the old shake the can. Those things better hit that board and go in within a second. That's it.
You gotta have them trained.
No sitting around.
Sometimes you gotta watch, because as the hawk does get hungrier, he learns your call too.
He gets, that's right.
But,
so
you know.
he gets a little, but I mean, you gotta do it like the guys in Florida. They got hawks year round, and they got dozens of them flying around.
Well, Mike Vandriak says, welcome to the reality. We face in Niagara almost every day. Hawk Central. I guess there's a bad hawk problem in Niagara.
Yeah.
Why would it be worse in Niagara than anywhere else? I guess it's just the escarpment, like the area, the
I don't know.
How
It could
come they
be
get hit
because
so
they got
hard
more
there?
water there. Could be a little warmer there. Could be.
Maybe it's a little bit more south. Who knows? Every year is different. Last year we didn't have this problem. Right now we didn't have it till September.
Till the middle of September they start hit.
I mean, every year is different, right? They move in. You get different ones that move in,
I've got this guy right now,
and he's really enjoying it, and we're having some fun with it. It keeps you on your toes.
and he's not really deadly yet.
He's just keeping them up
He's
all day.
just, he's teasing them. He's getting them to fly. If you leave them open a bit, he's getting them to fly, and he's playing with them. He's chasing them a bit. But today he did get one.
He did get one of yours? He got one of yours, Dad?
Yeah, he got one of my Icelandic whites.
Oh boy.
Fully pedigreed, of course.
Of course.
So what
Chris
am I gonna
Chris Marshman says, true Richard, pigeon flying is still hard for people like myself every day. Different. But what I would like to do is I would like to congratulate Chris Marshman for a great race that she had this weekend, getting back into the sport after a bit of a hiatus. And I heard through the grapevine, through Ryan, that she did fantastic in her club. And I think in her combine as well. And I just want to congratulate her. Well done, Chris. I know it's difficult to come back into something when you've been out of it for a while, and that's a super job she did on her first race. So everybody, give Chris Marshman a big round of applause. She did great this weekend. Well done.
Very good. I believe the bird that she, the parent of that bird was one of the birds that she spent
Yeah,
fair dollar for.
Yeah,
at the auction.
you got the.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
And that proves something.
Well, it's a Eugene Stable pigeon, and Eugene Stable, Louis and Eugene, they put out results worldwide.
That's right.
They're winning in Niagara Falls. They win, wherever they go, they seem to win. But.
They're super. They're a family of super flyers from the Netherlands. I was not surprised one bit when I heard that the pedigree of the winning pigeon was from a Stabell and Son pigeon, because I personally met Eugene myself and his father and his mother, and I've been to their place and I've seen what they have there, and it is incredible. And you got yourself some great pigeons there, Chris, and congratulations. Sean Strafford over on YouTube says, hi, good night. I have a hawk problem. I think everywhere there's hawk problems.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You just got to keep going with it. It's not going to get any better. It's going to go. We got 7 more weeks of playing with the hawk every day. So think 7 weeks. That's how many days?
Yeah, 7 times 7 is 49.
49?
149. Hey, listen, I did
149. 149 days of the hawk still to go.
I did
149 days.
I did grade 3 times, so don't tell me. I know.
Hey, it's okay. 149 days.
But it's 7 sevens are 49, right?
49 days.
Yeah,
49 days of hawks. Let the fun continue.
Is there anything that we can do to not prevent hawk attacks, but to kind of lessen the threat, or what we can do as pigeon flyers in our own loft to kind of keep them at bay, or any tricks and tips you've learned throughout the years to kind of control the situation when you see them come around?
I've heard of so many little tricks. I've heard of playing some kind of music at a low boom, boom, boom sound. I've heard of putting up glass balls. I've heard of what else? I've heard of putting kestrel boxes up.
Yeah.
It has 4 of them around an acre yard, and you'll get kestrels in there. I tried that one time. All I got was a whole whack of starlings.
Oh, we got some squirrels too.
Yeah.
That didn't work.
Screaming and banging pans.
That works till he gets used to it. Air horns. Now there's those who say go out there and shoot them, and hey, if you're in the spot where you can, I'm not saying to shoot them. You do what you feel is right.
Now you just can't go buy a shotgun anymore. You have to take a course.
No, unless
It's
you
a
go
4-hour
on the
$450 to get your license to
or
have a
just go
shotgun.
down to the underground market,
Oh,
buy a machine gun.
Yeah.
No, there's no way around it. You can change the times when you let them out a little bit. You can take them for a training toss. Sometimes what's good about taking them for the training toss, if you got them really hyped on droppers and you got the feed just right, you can just throw those droppers when you see them. Don't overcall the birds, because I believe the hawk, he gets smart to you. I know we imported 2 golden eagles. They knew when I pulled up with the pickup truck at the quarantine. They knew dinner was coming.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't sneak around them. They were on to me. They're a magnificent hunting machine. As a racing pigeon is a great navigator, heart of steel, power, everything. This is equivalent in hunting.
Soon he hears your whistle or hears you shake that can,
He knows.
he gets onto it. This is it. Which, it's Nick. He got a bird back from the race on the weekend with the tail was right out of it, and half of the shoulder, the feathers were off it. So the hawk must have nailed him, or falcon, and started working on him to do him in. And the bird got away, got lucky, came back. No kidding.
Chris suggests I feed the crows. If you have crows, hawks stay away most times. And Henry says I had a hawk scattering my birds, and crows chased him off. What do you think about the crows? Do we have any crows? You guys have any crows around the village there?
I think the crows, they signal there's a hawk around.
Same with the blue jays.
And this hawk we have, or most of us have, the names Sharpshin, Cooper, what's the other one? Whatever.
Hawk.
Whatever. I gave him a name. It's an Indian name. I call him He Wins. And this hawk, he comes like a ghost. And there's no way the crows may be chasing a red tail or something like that. But he's not chasing these Sharpshins, Coopers, or whatever, Coopers. He's not chasing them. The crow will never chase them. That thing comes through these trees here at about 90 miles an hour, and he doesn't even hit a branch.
The other thing is we live in the bush. You get total difference.
So we're like bushmen?
Well, you said we're like the Indians. We're living in the bush. You don't see the Indians living out in an open field, do you? There's no protection there. Come on, I watch Dances with Wolves. Now, if you live out in the open, I never hear the people complain that are out in the open.
That's right.
Because a hawk can't hunt in an open. No, he's got to hunt like the ghost.
That's right.
That's right. Listen, I checked the family tree. Not only am I Belgian, I have native roots.
We got to cut all these trees down now.
We got acreages to do.
Wow.
Oh, you better get on it.
Give
a shout out to Owen Cleveley. DJ Ricky is in the house. Robbie Taylor and his mom, Alana, is watching. Mama Taylor, I want to give you a shout out. You have raised yourself a very nice young man in Robbie Taylor, I must say. I've become a little bit friends with Robbie, and he's a very, very, very nice young man. Just wanted to give you your props there, Mama Taylor. You did well on that one. Mike Vandiak says, if a hawk is relaxing around the loft, crows may alert the birds or harass the hawk. When the hawk is hunting, the crows are useless.
See, I think Mike's right. You'll normally see, even in the mornings or whatever, before a hawk will come, you start to hear the blue jays. You'll hear some sounds of the wild birds, and then you watch the pigeons' faces, and the pigeons sort of go on alert. But all of a sudden, you'll see when the hawk when he's there to play, the hawk looks at the crow and goes, "Hey, you know what? Thanks for coming out.
He wins."
Yeah, that's why I'm the master. But you know what? It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to feed the crows. It doesn't hurt. I would do it.
I think whatever works for you.
What do you feed them usually? Pigeons?
Yeah.
I think if feeding the crows is working in your area and you're finding that it's making a difference in your hawk situation, then I think continue to feed the crows. What's it going to hurt?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, whatever's going to work for you.
But I know here, this morning, I had my old birds out, and everything was really nice. Everybody was fine. And all of a sudden, I was sitting out here having a morning coffee, all of a sudden the birds just took off, just like, wow. And it was about literally 4 seconds. The birds were gone. 4 seconds.
Yeah, and
You come through the trees. He was 4 seconds away, and they knew it. He was coming.
And you took up the air all day today with your birds and the hawk. You guys took up. You know what? I can't figure out if I'm going to do anything this week because you took up all day Monday. You only left me with 7 o'clock tonight. That's okay. We adjusted.
I want to go back a little bit to novices. I was beginner flyers.
Juniors.
You know, junior guys. Junior guys has the mentality of an 8-year-old.
Okay, so get back to it.
But when you get a junior guy come over, and you know he's had pigeons for 1 year, and the guy's X years old, an 8-year-old don't do this. An 8-year-old doesn't come in, say, "Mister, I've just started with pigeons. I got 2 pair now, and they're really nice. I got a black one and a blue one. What do you think? That's good, son. Can you want to handle my bird, son? 8 years old." An 8-year-old don't go, "I like the body on this one, sir. Take a look. He's in good shape. I like the weight." You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is a 35-year-old that just started has a brain of an 8-year-old, and he comes to visit me, and he wants to handle a bird, and then he's starting to tell me the good qualities of it. I look at him and go, "You're not even a pigeon keeper yet, and you're trying to tell me what you like about my bird?" You understand me? So, please.
No, but wait a minute. I think they're trying to feel involved. They're trying to feel like, I don't think they're trying to tell you to be insulting. I mean, unless they're telling you insulting things about your pigeon, then I think they're overstepping the line.
No, but they're trying to make nice comments. You go to Europe, and a man handles you a bird, a good pigeon flyer, and he sees you. Say, how he looks. He says, "Well, this guy's got to be 60 years old. Let me just see what this man really knows. Here's my bird. Handle it." And he can tell right away what you are about.
All right, we get that. We get it.
Okay, let's move on because the comments are coming in fast and furious, and I want to make sure we get to our winners before it gets too late and everybody's got to go to bed. Stan over on YouTube, nice to see you on. He says, "First, thanks for always answering my questions. Our pleasure. I had my first race, 90 miles. In the club results, I got 13th and 15th out of 180 birds. I sent 10 birds, got 8 back, still missing 2. Well done, Stan. Is that your first race ever? That's very good. That's very good." Then he says, "On the next 100-mile race, should I send all my 18 birds or should I manage them in groups of 10 or so?"
Nope, send them all. Go to work with them. They're there to play with. You're going to go in between races. You get 6 or 7 days off in between. It gives them more than enough time to bounce back. It gives them more than enough time to rebuild. It gives them more than enough time for you to re-confidence build them into their own little training. And when it's time to go on Friday, go back to the races with them again. If you want to find the ones, you have to be willing to lose them. You have to be willing to play with them. But remember, Stan, you have to give them the confidence, the groceries, give them the best, bring them up to the race.
And you should watch. Now, if you're going to loft fly this week, watch your pigeons fly. And by now, when you let your pigeons out, they either go right off the board, or if they go up on the roof, I just say, "Come on, let's go, boys." And they go. Then watch them fly. If they're dipping and diving, and watch them fly, nice tight tuck in the wings, and you can see the pigeons will tell you
how they feel.
You have to learn to recognize that.
Yeah, I let out our young birds. I'll make this quickly. I let out our young birds, and you watched. And we said at the same time, but you instantly said, "Boy, look at them. Even the stroke was good. They looked very effortless, and the dipping, the diving, and we call it the mosquitoing, the dropping, the roller coaster, the kamikaze flying. They're showing you that through their fly.
And then they were kidding nice together.
Kidding together just like a stone, tight little ball, and you can just see them. And right there at that point, you're building up confidence right there. You can see it.
Watch the pigeons in the loft.
Yep.
Listen to the music. Listen to them cooing. right? Cooing and playing around.
Even watch how they walk.
Right.
The prance and the way they hold themselves.
Watch their droppings. The droppings should be nice and tight, not like some slimy green, slimy.
Small little marbles.
Yeah, marbles.
And again, you're always looking at their appetite. When you go in and say hello, you see the faces come up like, hey, I'm ready to, let's go.
And if you feed at night, in the morning, handle your birds and see how they digest. If you fed your birds up and they're half to 3/4 almost full, in the morning you go in there and they're right empty. Their digesting is perfect.
That's right.
Right. If you go in there, you fed them at night, go in next morning and they're still full of feed,
you're either feeding way too much or they're not even digesting right. Now again, I'm building up for the races. I build up. My heaviest feed is always on Thursday. Friday morning, if I feel a very little bit in them, Friday morning it's okay. By the time I basket, they're completely done. But I mean, I feed them. It's the feeding of the,
like last weekend, okay? And you guys are going to say, well, I fed my birds at 1 o'clock, right? Yeah. I fed them 3/4 full,
right,
of feed. And by shipping, that night,
you have them empty.
They were almost empty.
Yeah. And I didn't feed it all on Friday. Yeah. I didn't feed anything.
You won the race.
No, but I know we were real full. But
a minute apart or second?
We're right there. We're together. But I'm saying 2 different ways, 2 good results.
Oh yeah.
Back to you, Leah.
Ken says, I sure have problems with my phone getting to your sites. Ken, I'm not sure why. You're having problems on Facebook, or how are you having problems? Maybe send Richard a private message and let me know what your problems are, and maybe I can address them after the show. Jay-Z says, hello, I'm late. Good evening, everyone from North Carolina, Pigeon family and friends. Hello, Jay-Z. Okay, should we get to the winners? Let's get to the winners, and then we'll get to questions and comments and whatnot. I just don't want it to get too late.
Okay. Which one do you want first?
I think we should go. I don't know. It's up to you. What do you want to go first?
You want to go first, second, third, junior, or junior, third, second, first?
I think junior.
Junior? Okay.
Yeah.
We got Owen on the line. He's watching, and I know he's probably been waiting all day for his moments to shine. So we're going to start off with our first place junior participant from this past weekend's race number 2, Dunchurch, Ontario, 119 miles or 191 kilometers-ish. I will throw up.
Leah, if I could say something about the Liberation this weekend. Last year, we followed another combine up on every race point. And one of the race points was Dunchurch. And we followed this trail, this combine, and they let them go in, what was it, whatever, I'm just discussing something right now. Whatever. At 16 kilometers east of Dunchurch. And we said, well, why aren't we in Dunchurch? And they said, we can't go to Dunchurch because there's too many wires there and the situation's too tight. So this year we decided to take our transporter, our combine. We decided to go to Dunchurch. We were never there before. And I went there and said, well, go to the community center. And I went there and I went, wow, this is a little bit tight. They said, well, go to the liquor store parking lot. And I said, oh, this is still a little bit too tight. I'm going, maybe this is too tight. Well, go to the marina. Well, I couldn't go to the marina, whatever, because there's guys putting boats in the water.
So what'd you do?
I'm going to be here for a while. So I said to the one guy, I said, well, he said, why don't you just go down the road? You can just walk. It's right in town. To the school. The public school.
That's where we were.
I went to the public school. The man said they got a huge soccer field.
Right, and there we were.
And that's where we went, and everything worked out great.
Liberation
I don't care
was
what the
perfect,
rest of them were doing. We did a great job, and you did a great job.
But
and
I'm just saying, we went to Dunchurch and we went there.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Did you go anywhere else in Dunchurch? Because, I mean, you really told us anything. Was there a Tim Hortons there?
No, there wasn't.
Okay, good. Moving
All right.
on.
Moving on, we're going to get to our
I'm
first.
just saying we
Okay.
went to Dunchurch, right?
We did,
Hey,
and everybody
hold on.
knows
Give
we
me your
went to
hand.
Dunchurch.
Here,
Let's just get over
Don't
it.
squeeze my hand. Congratulations. Guys, everyone, put your thumbs up. We went to Dunchurch.
I know guys before in the years
Hold
past,
on.
they thought
We
they were
did.
going to Dunchurch, but they didn't go to Dunchurch. It's like I live in Stouffville.
Okay.
I took a cab to Stouffville,
Well,
and the
let's
guy
just
took
put
me
the
to
break.
Newmarket.
Well, now before we get to Yeller, we're now going to get into this Dunchurch conversation because Mike Vanderyak said
Sorry, Owen.
the school would be too tight for a combine trailer releasing from both sides.
Sorry. I'm sorry, my friend. I don't think you ever went to that school, so don't tell me I was there. Okay?
Here's our problem.
I was
Next
there.
year, I'm going to make this promise.
What?
Watch. When that trailer of ours, transporter, has 3,200 birds, we will do it from that exact location. Hey, Mike, and you're going to be the celebrity liberator. I'm going to pay from Niagara Falls to Dunchurch. I'm buying Michael. I'm buying him a limo.
That other
A
combine
limo.
was question. The other combine was.
I
The
don't
other
care.
combine was questioned about Dunchurch. Wait,
I don't
and
care.
you know what they said? We were going to take them to the garbage dump, but the gate was locked.
Can we look at this bird now?
Come on, man. Okay.
Mike said
You
he
really
was there.
ruined my big.
Mike was there several times. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't care. We went to Dunchurch. That's all that matters. I don't give a crap what the rest of them do. Moving on. First junior from race number 2. I know you guys have been waiting. I'm going to throw up the photo here first before we see him. A big round of applause for Old Yeller Jr. and Owen Cleveley.
Very good.
You did it, bud. Round of applause. This is incredible achievement that you and your pigeon have made here. Big round of applause.
Is that that's a hen, isn't it?
She's a hen, yeah.
Yeah.
She's in real nice shape.
Really nice.
She's cleaned up. She's getting cleaner. She took a real nice photo today.
She's way up there in the wing, all right.
Yeah, she didn't darken very well.
No.
She didn't take the darkening very good, but that's okay. There she is. She's even on both wings, so she's healthy.
How's the coverts in that on her?
Well, they're missing a bit.
Yeah, she's missing.
She's missing a bit. She's not going to be the best in the ring.
Has she gone through a head molt yet?
She's molting as we speak.
I thought it was
she's
a
in
cock.
Work in progress.
I'm sorry about that, Owen. On the photo, I put it was a cock and not a hen, so I will have to change that. Sorry about that. Hope I didn't offend Yeller.
No, Yeller's okay, but I'll let you handle it. They are feeling a little bit fed up tonight, so just be gentle, Ricky.
Oh, there we go.
Got to get her to balloon a little better. Like, I don't know if you can get her to balloon.
Well, I'm trying. I'm not. Hey,
Henry,
listen, you know what? She's come a long way.
Henry asks, wasn't that bird lost for a while? Yes. Right? Yeller was gone for a bit.
Yeah, this pigeon couldn't come from 10 miles for nothing. Couldn't do 20 miles, but I took a 25 with the group and it come. Then you know what? I looked at it. It felt pretty much the same way it feels now.
Yeah.
And I just said, hey, let's just give you a shot, a little bit more.
Well, she must be fairly inbred. You see how flat her head is?
Well,
Now,
we're not sure, but
I did ask Owen for pedigree information. He didn't have the pedigree details, but he did say that came from Len Petty. I'm not 100% sure who that is, but I imagine you guys probably know who that is. Len Petty offspring.
Well, one sec, Leah.
hold on, we're just going to reconnect here.
Okay, they are reconnecting. While they are reconnecting and doing whatever it is that they're doing, I am going to put up the cheer sign, the great cheer sign made by Swoop Loop and Kelly Stone from the USA for Old Yeller. He's got some fans there in the United States of America. And they came up with this great cheer sign for Yeller and just made my day when I saw it. I think it was yesterday. Yesterday they sent it to me and I thought it was great. So a big round of applause for this great cheer sign made by Wings of Stone and Kelly.
Very nice.
Great job. All right.
There you
Time to
go. There's
show the
Yeller.
pigeon.
And she's also a whip. She's got a whip pin.
She's got the little white tail feather there. So next I will go and get our third place pigeon.
I like when you're handling her the way she puts her legs straight out.
She puts her legs
I
straight
like
out.
that.
Glenn does that too. All right, hold on, Lee.
Okay,
I'll
before
turn the
you
camera
go,
to that.
before we go, you
Mhm.
go. Remember, we're going to show the eyes. Don't forget about
Oh,
the
boy.
eyes.
Hold on. Let's see the eyes.
All right, so let's do this, undo this. Okay, so this week, because I got the videos done in time, we're gonna, on the left side, you're gonna see the photo of the eye, and then on the right side, when I hit play, you're gonna see the video of the eye all together. And if you guys want to analyze the eye, go right ahead. Here we go.
Now that pupil dilated way better than this picture. See that?
Well, that's a photo and that's a video.
So what I'm saying,
You're watching something in real time here.
right?
That's a photo. I mean, and this is blurry for us because we're on a double camera here, so this is why it's like that. For the audience, it looks
Dilated
fantastic.
quite nice over here.
Yeah.
So this is a photo. This is a photo here, and then this is a video of the eye. But I paused it, okay? But you see the difference, right?
Yeah. The video is absolutely real.
Yeah.
If you looked at this photo, you could say, oh, I don't like the pupil didn't dilate the way I would like it to dilate. But in the real video, you can see that. The other thing in the video, I see the darkness over here, the mountainous more in the video than over here. It has, and just on the snapshot, doesn't have that mountainous look
Well, and that's why I do. Listen, why just see a photo when a video is even
this
better?
is much more true.
Right, and if I showed you this, like again, we're looking at this where there's a delay for us, so it doesn't look that clear, but it's really quite clear. Nice eye, nice pigeon, good job, Owen. Hey, we got one win. Now the next job, get another one. That's what I'm going to try.
Very good.
Yeah, so well done. Well done
Very nice.
Owen and Old Yeller. All of the photos and videos are up on our website, fifa.ca, under the Pickbird listings for race number 3. Oh, and we got a winner.
Ryan got lucky there.
Ryan got lucky. And I do just want to say to Owen Cleveley, he made a really nice little tribute post yesterday about his win for Old Yeller. And I'm going to say, I'm not sure. I think Owen's like maybe 15 or 16 years old. I'm not 100% sure how old. But that post that he made was a great tribute to Old Yeller. You know, being a winner, it's great to be a winner, and he just really showed some people who I've seen winning for a long time how it's done. He made a very nice post about Old Yeller and his win and was humble about it, and I'm going to say, well done, Owen. You did a great job with that.
Okie doke. We ready for our third placer, Leah?
Oh, this is the big controversial one. Everybody, get out the
pitchforks.
Get out the pitchforks. Here we go. Third place. Everybody's.
Holy, look at that.
Woo!
Everybody's favorite bitch. I was just gonna put her photo up first, Ryan, and then we'll show the pigeon. So I'm just gonna show the photo. Everybody's baddest bitch. This is Karen from the Flying Bitches, bred by Klaus Petzold. I probably should have read Yeller's results. I didn't. Sorry about that. Race 2 Dunchurch, 119 miles. The speed was 1635.5610, winning $250 in winnings. Here's our girl. Let's have a look at her.
That's the underneath, and I always like to show under the hood, as we would call it. But again, the way God intended a pigeon to feel, she really, really has a nice feel to her. She's a real 10 out of 10 this week, boy. I'm going to tell you something. She made her mistake last week. She turned around, cleaned up, and all three of these first, second, and third birds, they could all have been equal firsts, is just trapping order. And you know what? Karen is a little bit slow to finish, But that's okay. It happens. She got a nice full wing on her. Nice muscle. Karen's a cock. But blowing out, again, real nice. Still blowing out. This bird doesn't even feel like it went to a race. Super bred, this pigeon. I can tell. It's got real character in the loft. Very, very smart pigeon. And Leah, I will say, I think you picked yourself a good horse. Because I'll tell you, this pigeon is a very, very nice pigeon.
I think so too. I'm super proud of Karen. My first time ever buying a bird myself, and I'm very pleased and I'm very happy. And I want to thank Klaus Petzold for sending such a beautiful pigeon. I'm really happy with Karen. And for those of you that are sour of the fact that Karen wins, and those of you that want to keep whining to my father that it's conflict of interest, you know what? You're taking the fun out of it, man. Just stop. Because I don't need to feel bad that my bird won. You got a problem with it? That says more about you than it does about me. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm sick of hearing about it.
There you go. I'll let you handle Karen, and you tell me what you think of her.
Very nice.
Nice, hey?
Oh, well balanced. Look at those bars, tight vents, everything's nice. Keel to the vent.
Perfect.
One finger in there.
Yeah.
Very nice bird.
Perfect.
Very nice.
All right, Leah, you want to show the eye? We can do that.
Yeah, I'll show the eye sign video. Let me just get to the comments here first before we show the eye. David says, good looking bird. Yeah, beautiful pigeon. Anfar, Leah, can I buy Karen off you? Well, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Karen at the end of the season. Tracy says, what a bitch. She absolutely is. That's right. Brian says, you need to do a video on photographing pigeons.
Yep, I can do that. I'll do next week's winner's circle. I'll do a live. Let's get 3 new winners, Leah. That's my goal this week. Let's get 3 more winners.
Yeah, that would be great. Mike Harris says, I say congratulations, great job. Always sore losers. I know there are, and I know that comes with the territory, but I'm just getting tired of it. Okay, let's move on to the eye sign. Pull up Karen's eyes. You guys want to have a look in your screen, Dad and Ryan? Can you see that okay?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's got quite a bit of shadow.
Yeah,
The video didn't turn out as good.
Yeah.
I feel like the light needs to be a little more on the video side of Karen's eye. I just took this off of the when we did the auction, right?
But shit.
Shit,
Yeah. I could have redone that. I should have redone that. That's my fault. That eye video there. Again, once I stopped with the camera for our auction season, I had to readjust everything.
Right.
And this is sort of why it is like that. The first video is way, way better. But the pupil bounces around good.
But you can see here.
Good. Yeah, it's the same eye.
With the still photograph. I mean, it's a nice looking eye, right?
Yeah, I like it. Good circle. Mountains, you see the flying portions up there in the eye. And you know what's so amazing? This race that the people have entered, look at the in-depth of what they're seeing of the birds and of the winning birds. Maybe not their birds, but what birds are winning and what their eyes even look like and what the bodies look like and how they look a day after a race, 2 days after a race. Can I ask you something? You just handled this pigeon. You think I can take it to 300 miles tomorrow? How is it going to do?
She'll do it.
She'll do it, eh? That's right. That's how we got him set.
I would like to just briefly go over the pedigree on Karen in case anybody's interested, because I'm going to toot the Feathers Elite horn. Both of the parents from Karen come from Feathers Elite Pigeon Auction. I'm sure maybe somebody might be interested as to where they come from. I'm just going to pull it up. You talk a little bit more about Karen while I pull up the pedigree for her, Ryan.
Yeah, she's real nice. Before she even went to auction, she'd injured her wing. She had a nice lump on it. She couldn't fly. And I know some people, I think, got very turned off about that. And
She came back.
She came right back. She just injured herself just enough to where she was okay. She came back. She went through a tremendous training.
Was she not the one that we found?
Yeah, on the road.
On the road.
On the road.
Yeah.
She's done over 800 miles in training through all the good tosses and the bad ones. She spent the night out. She made her little mistakes.
Yeah.
She won.
Did she not walk down the driveway?
She walked down the driveway.
Yeah.
She won a sprint race, which was nice.
Yeah.
She's been up there throughout the end. And again, this weekend, this pigeon, all three of the first, second, and third were all equal firsts. But again, we don't count equals because there's no such thing in life. She was the slowest of the three to go in.
And she was also slow going in a few weeks ago, I can remember.
Yeah, she left enough money on the table.
She was right coming in.
This bird should already
up.
be about a $3,000 or $4,000 pigeon in prize money. But take it away, Leanne.
I just wanted you to repeat, how many miles of training has Karen done up to this point?
All the Pioneer birds, 90% of them that are here that are left, they're at already now between 800 and 900 miles of road training. That's now including the weekly training, not the race. I'm not including the race mileage. So if we were into race mileage now, we've got over 1,000 miles on these birds.
Wow.
You're talking miles, not kilometers.
Miles, not kilometers. So
wow.
These pigeons, and you handle it, and you see, people say, well, how do you get them so rippled and big and blown out? You can't get a man ripped if you don't go and work. He doesn't get muscular. He doesn't get in condition. And people say, well, how do you get them like that? How do you get them like that? Because I don't sit, watch TV. I get out there and I work the birds to the best of their ability.
I don't know if you know it, but it takes about 6 to 8 weeks to start to get condition on the birds, okay? Real condition. And I'm talking, you start training a month before, and as you're going into the first short races, you're still training. You understand what I mean? The short ones,
Yep.
That's where they build a condition. Anybody that says, I'm going to the first race this weekend, I started training on, I got a ship Friday night, I start training my birds on Monday, I'm sorry, but it's not going to work.
You're not going to get the results you're looking for.
Yeah.
And Leah, if you want to just give the quick rundown on Karen.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the pedigree, just like I put up the eye, and maybe we can have a look at it together, because I know that there are some people who might have trouble reading pedigrees, and I'm no expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I've seen 1 or 2 pedigrees in my lifetime, and I thought maybe we could just have a quick glance and look at it together so I can kind of explain to people what the heck it is we're looking at. So I will zoom in so you guys can see the details on this, but this is your standard pedigree. Right? So you're going to start with, up at the top there, you're going to see that there's the band number and the little symbol as to what sex it is. Now this is hen. It is not a hen, it's a cock. I will have to change that. Sorry, I'll just wait till Ryan's finished. And you will see...
Sorry about that.
You will see on the pedigree, on the top half of the pedigree is always the cock's side, or the sire's side. On the bottom of the pedigree is always the dam or the mother side. So you always want to take the pedigree and you want to split it in half. Top half being the father's side, bottom half is always the mother side, if it's a proper pedigree, okay? Like a proper meaning what most pedigrees, how they're done. So in this pedigree here, you're going to see, we're going to go up onto the father's side. You're going to see the father's side is from the Verdans. So here we have the sire and the band number of the sire, the name of the sire, who the sire's from, so it's from the Verdans, and it's going to give you a little bit of information on the pigeon. I'm not sure if you guys can see the print or not, But the father was a direct child of Barcelona winner Diamond Shadow, times inbred new Lariat. Diamond Shadow wins first and second National Barcelona, grandson of Barcelona winner Black Shadow. And then if you move over to the right, you will see here is the grandsire. Again, cock is always on the top. And on the bottom, you're going to see the grandam or the grandmother. And then as we get further back into the pedigree, then you're going to see the great-grandparents. Again, cock on the top, hen on the bottom. Cock on the top, hen on the bottom. If you move down and you look at the dam side, the mother side at the bottom, you're going to see the dam is from J&F Elkman from Germany. And then it gives you the information on the dam. It's from the old line Prang. It's half-sister to, winner of 9th Ace Bird, co-winner, first champion, 134 lofts, etc., etc., etc. It gives you the results. If you move over to the right, you're going to see the grandsire on the dam side. And then down at the bottom, you're going to see the grandam. Always cocks on the top, hens on the bottom. Again, as you move closer to the end of the pedigree or the right side of the pedigree, that's where you have the great-grandparents. If you guys have questions about the pedigree or how to read a pedigree or what the heck I'm talking about, let me know, and I will do my best to try and explain to you. Can you stop whatever you're doing there?
I'm not doing nothing. I didn't touch anything. This does nothing.
Okay, if you guys have questions, let me know. If not, we'll move on.
Oh, good pedigree. This pedigree, this bird here particularly, on the cock side, it's got all distance, but on the mother side, it's got all speed.
And you can
Nice
see,
combinations.
right, and you can
see it.
once you start reading into the pedigree and the details on the pedigree, you can see that. This is a synopsis of the bird, right? It's telling you everything about the bird. It should anyway. It's written properly.
Right. And what have we learned about this pigeon? In the sprint races, it's won some money. This weekend, we flew 1600s. Fast race.
Fast race.
Sprint race.
Yep.
Is this pigeon going to wear out, burn out, or will it have now the staying power on the father's side?
When it hits 220 miles as a young bird with a headwind and some heat.
Right. But right now, it's showing perfect. So this pigeon could be done in 2 weeks, or is he going to have the staying power on the father's side with the new Lariat and the black shadow?
Can you just sit down 1 second? We have Klaus, who's just tuned in, who is the breeder of Karen. Everybody, please give a big round of applause to Klaus Petzold, who bred Karen. I mean, he did a great job. He obviously owns the sire and the dam, which he purchased from Feathers Elite. But, you know, what a beautiful pigeon. I'm not sure if he has anything that he would like to add to the conversation, seeing as he has the sire and the dam. My question for Klaus is, have they produced anything else for you other than Karen? Not sure. The parents are what, 2019s? 2019. So he would have bought, not last season 3, but I think season 2 he would have bought these birds.
Yep.
So well done to Klaus Petzold. Thank you. If he has anything to add or anything he'd like to share with the audience. Klaus says, no applause, please. Just throw money. No, a beautiful
hey,
pigeon.
I love this pigeon. It's a nice pigeon, Leah. You picked a good one. And I will say,
how is he maturing? Has he
matured? He's cocky.
He's very mature.
He's cocky. He's nice. He's everything. You know what? His pedigree says he's out of greatness. His body feels like he's out of greatness. The muscle construction is out of greatness.
So
and it's doing what it's got to do.
Is he over cocky or is he quite?
No, he's good.
He's good.
He's normal.
Sensible.
He's not a pushover.
Yeah.
But he's not a reigning lunatic.
Right.
So he's the perfect amount of cockiness.
Focused.
So there you go, Klaus, and there you go to the flying bitches. Oh, Leah, I love that flying bitch logo you've got now. All you need is a cup of coffee and a cigarette in your mouth, and you'll be away to the races.
Well
I'm
done.
going to grab number 2. Is that good?
Yeah, well done. Round of applause to Karen. Klaus says that he has high hopes for this pair. Well, they're serving me well so far, Klaus. So well done. Well done. Henry says Feathers Elite should do a Klaus Petzold auction. Maybe we should. Maybe we should. He's got some great stock. I know that for a fact, and I know he's doing quite well in his area. And Aaron's certainly doing well, and he did great last year in the one loft race. So hey, you never know. Anything can happen. Moving on to our second place winner from this past weekend. First place the first week, second place this week. Recycle from Erie Shores Flyers, bred by Guido Madrusin, PigeonEmpire.com. Flying a speed of 16:39 and winning this week $800 in prize winnings. This is Recycle. Ryan, let's show Recycle.
There he is. He's nice, still rippled out. He likes the winner's circle, this pigeon. He's very, very cocky. He's got his own little nest box. He's got a little bowl, and he likes that. He's got quite the character in the loft. He prances around. He's a real handsome little fella. Not a big bird. He's a little smaller than Karen. But again, no lie here. The muscles are just rippling out of him. Still got a nice wing. He's dropped 3 flights. You can see that. I'll open up this wing. Let's see how he is here. He had a rough trainer on last Wednesday in our night toss. He was our second last bird, almost in the dark. But he did it. He got that confidence, which was real nice. But there he is. Beautiful cockbird. They both good muscle. Nice strong forearm. Karen's forearm's a little stronger. Karen's a little bit more of a bigger man than this guy. This guy, you would almost think of him in your hands. You would think of him as a hen. He's not very big, but very buoyant. He's nice. He's strong. Finger and a half keel to the vents. The vents are tucked up. They're nice. He's very sharp. Very intelligent pigeon. You see the look on his face. He's always looking around. You see him in the loft. Look at the shine on him. I mean, we're not in the sunlight. We're in kitchen light. And he's just glowing. So, very nice pigeon. Good job to Ken Lavoie and Guido Madrusin. Guido, great to help out Ken with this bird as a replacement bird. And the bird's firing right now on all cylinders. It's probably the bird to beat. It's now taken the spot of Elaranta as the heavy winner.
Well done to Ken Lavoie and Guido Madrusin. I'm not sure if Loft Manager Richard wants to handle it, and then we'll get to the eye. We did show the eye last week, but for those of you who missed it, happy to show it again.
This pigeon doesn't have the same wing as Karen. Karen has a much longer wing.
Mm-hmm.
And this pigeon's a little more compact.
Smaller pigeon.
Yeah.
Almost feels like a hen.
Yeah.
Nice pigeon, though.
Yeah, it does. Oh, very nice.
When the money's down, this bird seems to be doing real good. The consistency, she did it. You know what's great? You want me to tell you? This is the only pigeon so far to do it flying 850 meters a minute, and did it at 1,620 meters a minute. So this bird has shown 2 times it can fire on 2 different conditions. Yeah. Clear sunny sky day, pick it up and let's go. And it showed overcast,
toughness.
I'll be there too. So right now, this is the new Elaranta, Leah.
Ooh, Cam. Hopefully that doesn't hurt Cam's feelings.
He's got a nest bowl.
Yeah.
Let's show the eye for those of you who did not see it last week. The eye of Recycle. Want to give a big shout out to Steven on YouTube. Nice to see you on, friend. And I will play the tape so you guys can have a look.
Nice eye, good flying portion in it again. I like it. Again, we're looking at it through a bit of a blurry delay, so that's why it doesn't look as crisp for us, but boy, it looks good. I like this eye. I like this pigeon. I like this pigeon's attitude in the loft. He's very cocky, but he's not stupid either. He goes right into his nest bowl, and he just groans.
You got a girlfriend yet?
Yeah, he's got, I think, one or two. He likes the girls.
Oh, he likes the girls. Pedigree information, as we talked about last week. I know it comes off of some one loft winning stock for Guido, as well as back in the pedigree from the animal from Alistair Hogg, which was a South African $1 million winner out of the UK, again, purchased off of Feather Sleep Pigeon Auctions. Mike Van Dijk says, very strong eye, and James Timothy Walters says, nice eye. Well done. Good job to Ken and Recycle and Guido.
Guido puts a well put together bird.
Oh, this guy's well put together. He's got one pintail. He's a nice pigeon.
Yeah.
There's no knocking this pigeon. Hey, if this pigeon doesn't do anything else past this point, we can't knock it. It's still a damn good pigeon.
Yeah.
And you know what? It goes for all the birds.
And a little FYI, I've been speaking with Guido, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this last week, but we will be doing a FIPA auction for Guido Madrusen this coming fall. And he did say that he will have the same way bred as Recycle. The only one that he will be offering this year will be available at Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions this coming fall from Guido Madrusen. So that's something to look out for, guys. If you're interested in same way bred as Recycle, you have the opportunity.
Good job. Excellent.
Good job.
There you go. You know what they say, recycle, reduce, and reuse. All right, I'll grab the next one up, Leah. The big one here. Here we go. Hold on.
And our big winner this past week, while Ryan goes to fetch her, I will throw up the photo. First coming in first place, race number 2. Of course, Dorothy from Silver Creek Loft, flying a speed of 1643, winning $1,200 in regular prize winnings, and the first pick bird, winning $2,660 for Mr. Dave Dickinson. Dorothy. Ryan's going to bring her on. Well done to Silver Creek Loft, Dorothy and Dave Dickinson. We're going to give them a big round of applause if I can find my applause.
If I could say something to Dave,
Dorothy,
and Dorothy, congratulations for what they've done. All I can say is, Dave, I still need a brake job on my pickup truck.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I don't mind driving up there.
Okay.
You know, a good mechanic, just as long as I don't have to make any quick stops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about
Dorothy?
Dorothy, Ryan.
Dorothy. Look at the shine on that.
And that's something. Here he is. He's a cockbird. Mr. Dorothy is, and he has a box on the floor. He has a box on the floor, and he's starting to really turn on. And I was talking to Bill Weema because he bred him, and he said, I can't figure out this pigeon. He comes not very good in training.
Yeah.
But he sure came good on Saturday. And I mean, you take a look. Is that condition?
That's amazing.
Got a nice full wing. He's a very, very old bird. This bird's on the Green Giants team, but he was hatched out in January. And I'll tell you, he's absolutely a head turner. He's gorgeous. When you see him, you would never think he trains as bad as he does. He's not a good trainer, but he picked it up, and who knows? Maybe he's made the turn. But there he is, beautiful shine on him. You see every single one shining, just like a new quarter or something, you know.
That's a nice looking pigeon there, very sharp.
Go ahead, be you. It's okay. You're.
Can I say what I want?
You can say what you want. You like him. You don't have to. He's a little different.
I think he's a little more carcassy feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
He's two fingers between the keel and the vent.
Mm-hmm.
Got tight vents.
Tight vents.
the other two have him beat in the hands, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not as buoyant.
Right.
He did it
how's the muscle? Good.
Muscle's very nice.
Yeah.
Got,
Feather quality.
Up front, very nice. It's good.
Right. Well, that's good.
Fence. Yeah.
Interesting thing about this guy compared to all the rest.
Yeah.
He's got a completely different eye, and we're going to see that now when Leah throws that up. Totally
Tracy wants to know, curious if Dorothy is named after anything specific. No, Dorothy didn't come with a name, and we named her Dorothy because we thought she was a hen, but she ended up being a cock. And that's a story about how Dorothy got her name. Moving on to the eye. Let's have a look for those of you interested. So this is a different eye.
Yeah.
What do we call that eye?
Doesn't look.
What did you call it?
It's a pearl eye, but in the hands, when you don't have the light on it, it's not.
It looks like a red.
Orange.
No, it looks red. It looks
red?
red, yeah. But this pupil really, it really,
it dilates.
It dilates. It just.
And you can see it really pulsing. See it?
Yeah, and the flying portion there again, if you look from anywhere from, I would say 4 o'clock up to about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, almost even 10 o'clock, you can see that black shadow lay in there. I like this pigeon. There's something about this pigeon. This pigeon's made so many mistakes. I almost thought at one point,
he's not gonna
just quit. But you know what? Maybe got the box. He's a little bit more calmed down. And maybe it's time for Dorothy. I'm sure the pedigree is not going to be a bad pedigree on this pigeon. I'm sure.
There's a whole lot of information on the pedigree. I could certainly pull it up, and we can talk about it a little bit, but there's not a whole lot of information. I did ask Dave Dickinson why did he pick Dorothy for his pick bird, because he was the only one that bought a share of Dorothy. And he said, and I thought it was super cute, I picked Dorothy because that's the name of my wife. So well done.
Wow.
Oh, hey, wait a minute.
So basically, he's got to give half the money to his wife, and the other half, he wants to do a brake job on my pickup truck.
So Mike
nice white water.
Mike Vandriak says, and I'm just going to throw up the eye again while I read Mike's comment because I know Mike is a big eye sign guy. Mike says, pearl eye with small pupil and strong distance lines and lots of serration. Ryan,
Yep.
serration, why don't we, just for those of us new people, what's the serration? If you show me, I'll point it out because I'm not sure. Is that the lines, these lines here?
Well, you can see what Mike's talking about, the speed lines and the distance lines. The problem with what we're looking at here is just there's a bit of a delay, so everything's a little blurry. But you can see them in that ring there. You see the speed lines and the distance lines. The distance lines go like this around. And the bottle capping in the eye and just the richness. The video is better than the eye shot. Again, I bring up the clarity in the eye shot just to see it better. But I really, really like in this eye the way the eye pulls. The pupil dilates.
To me, this eye I like better than the other two.
You like this eye better?
Better.
Okay.
I like this one better. Okay.
Right.
But the body on it
is not your favorite.
I think the other two have better bodies.
Better bodies. But this is our first eye.
Right.
That is like this of the season.
It is, yeah.
Again.
It is.
Distance lines, speed, a little bit of speed lines in there. I can see it all. I mean, if I had the camera on it better,
on this side here, you see that the iris there, how mountainous that is.
Yeah, mountainous. That's right.
Really,
and you see the ball.
This here picture, you don't really see that. You don't see it as much.
No. Again, that's because I brought up the clarity a bit.
Right.
But again, you're always looking for, when you take off a bottle cap, off a beer bottle, you want to see, Leah, you know how a bottle cap looks?
I do, yeah.
Jiggity jaggedy, you're kind of looking at that. Again, we're seeing it here not as good as you guys see it at home, but I will tell you, if I was picking eyes, if I was going to pair them, Mike's pretty good. Mike, I'd probably pair the first eye to the second eye. I could pair the first eye to the third eye. You could pair these up. I wouldn't pair the second and the second first together. I wouldn't do that. But literally the first eye can go to any of those eyes.
So here we have all of the eyes from this week's winners. First, second, third, and first junior. As you can see, side-by-side comparison of them. Which eye is your favorites? Put it in the comments. I know I did put up for people to guess. I think Robbie Taylor got it right as to what order the eyes were, because I jumbled them up a little bit and made a post, and I think Robbie Taylor guessed it right. But there you see the eyes all together. You guys are eye sign gurus or not, or you're interested or you're not. It's just something fun to look at. I don't know if it's a wise tale or if it's not a wise tale, but something fun to look at and learn about, I think, because I'm learning as well. I can't figure out the eye. Ryan's tried to explain it to me the last 3 years. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But as we see now and we break it down and we show the photos and we point it out and Ryan points it out, I can now see the flying portion a little better. You can spot it out a little bit better, right?
Yeah. I mean, almost every race we've had birds with good flying portions. Again, the first and second place bird, the flying portions are right there. Even the third bird is good. Old Yeller, a little bit there. You know what? I'm not a pro on the eyes because again, this Dorothy bird, this is its first time it's fired. Now we're gonna see, was he good? Was he lucky? We're about to find that out. We know one thing: recycle. He's figured out the puzzle twice, so we know we got something consistent there. So let's keep going from there.
James Timothy Walter says that he likes the third eye, so that would be Karen's eye. So I'll just, again, the first place is Recycle, second is, or no, I'm sorry, first place is Dorothy, second place is Recycle, third is Karen, and the first junior, of course, Old Yeller himself. So there you have it.
There you have it.
Klaus says, I do not believe in the I method. Use the A method.
That's the ass. Ass in the hole.
Okay.
Trapping. So that's the best eye is the one you see right here, isn't it?
I never heard that one before, but okay. But there you go. There is Dorothy. Well done to Bill Wema, Silver Creek Loft, Dorothy, and the big winner of the weekend, I would say, Dave Dickinson, winning $2,660. Klaus says, first a-hole, the best bird. There you go. I learned something new. I learn something new every day from you guys. I really do. Steven says, great photos. Thank you. Want to again congratulate all our winners. They did great this weekend. It was a great race. It really was. I'll show all the photos here in order. If anybody's interested, wait till Ryan gets back. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There they are. Well done. Again, a big round of applause. All of our participants. Job well done.
We're getting more winners.
There you go. Okay, Ryan.
We're back. That was fun. Winners look good. Birds handled good. Again, we're ready to go back to battle for race number 3 coming up this weekend in the lovely land of North Bay, Ontario. It's beautiful up there this type of season, and we will be there this Saturday. Shipping will be 155%. Shipping on Friday.
If you guys want to see the little, what do you call it, the map there that I put up, I've put all 3 races, the last 2 that we did, plus the one that we're going to this weekend, so you guys can just kind of have an idea distance-wise how we're moving further and further north on the course. Let me get you in it, and there we go. There we go. So hopefully you guys can see this clearly in your monitors. Race number 1 here is indicated by, obviously, the number 1 pin. That was Huntsville, 152 kilometers or 95 miles. Then we went this past weekend to Dunchurch, it says 88 kilometers, but it's not. It was 119 miles, 191 kilometers. And this weekend we head to North Bay, 258 kilometers or 160 miles. So as you can see, we are going further north on the course. I'll throw up the 2D, and you guys maybe can have a look there. But there we go. You can zoom in if anybody wants to see it zoomed in. Mike Parrish, how's the wind and weather looking this weekend? I can pull up Windy in a minute, but I know, Ryan, you have been checking. I could pull it up while you talk about what you've noticed, how the weather's going to be for this weekend.
Yeah, no problem. I checked out, started to look at the weather throughout this whole week. It looks like through the week here we're going to have some humidity again this week, some rain. Looks like for the weekend we're going to have south winds and 40, 50, 60% chance of rain. It looks like both days. I do believe we'll get a race off. It's only 160 miles. That's not a big scare at all. We got lots of time to get up there. Ricky will be up there for about, you're going to leave now. You're going to start to leave now at around midnight after we're done shipping, just so you're up there. So this way, we'll be there right up at sunrise, and then we can make our call. But the weather, I think, will be fine for a race. We just have to be patient, take our time. And remember, it's 160 miles. Not a big deal to leave them to 10, 11, 12 o'clock. Not a big deal. It's not the end of the world.
Okay, so I'm pulling up my girl Windy. Hopefully she's going to behave herself. Okay, so I do have the right date. Saturday, is it the 21st this weekend? Yeah, it is. Saturday the 21st. I've got the time as 8 a.m. So this is what it's showing me here right now. I hope to God this is correct, Windy. So it says wind southeast 2 kilometers. Does that sound accurate to you guys? Or is she being difficult again? No, North Bay's right here. No, I got the right. I'm right.
All right.
Maybe I need to move this little guy right there. There. Does that change
there
anything?
You go.
There we go.
Yep.
So we've got wind out of the southeast at 3 kilometers an hour, which means it's a head-shoulder wind. Temperature at 8 a.m. It's showing here 22 degrees. What else can we look at? Visibility. Visibility, 22.4 kilometers. So not as great a visibility as this past weekend, but I mean, things can change. We're only at Monday here, right?
Yep.
That's still real good. I mean, look at
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
We didn't have visibility 10 kilometers.
No, well, when we released, it was about 9 something kilometers.
Yep.
So there at one point, it was 4 kilometers. So the visibility, got better. But I mean, this 22 kilometers is great.
Right.
So how are you feeling going into, well, it's only Monday, but how are you feeling going into it, Ryan?
Oh, okay. I'm feeling real good. Again, guys, get your birds. And I'm telling you, those who are on the Pioneer Combine trailer, make sure your birds know how to drink in a trailer. Make sure they know how to do that. They may sit there till Sunday. We don't know. But we know there's going to be some break here in the weather, and we're going to get a race off. So yes, that's what we're going to do. I can't play the weatherman today. I can't even play the weatherman. The weatherman is when you get up there, and let's go out and see how the weather looks.
Look at Huntsville. Huntsville was very overcast.
They fired like bullets. Slow bullets, but bullets.
Slow bullets.
It wasn't easy for them at Huntsville.
No, hey, you know what? Good. Getting back to this race.
Yeah.
This race was an easy one, wasn't it? No, this one was a real tough race. And it was a real tough race because it was too fast, and these birds haven't been in a day with that speed. And I will go back to this weekend's results. The first 3 birds, in my heart, they're not the first 3 birds. There's a group of birds that come about 20 minutes or 30 minutes later, about 10 or 12 that came together, and I see when they come, they were dipping and diving, they went, oh shit, sorry, we made a wrong turn. I'm not taking that away from the winners. But you want to know what? It was the first time these birds were flying 1600s. And we seen it, a little bit slower returns. We'll see.
Clive Beckford, nice to see you over on YouTube. I haven't seen you on before. Nice to see you on, friend. He is liking our eye sign, and Stephen is liking the photos as well. Thanks, guys. Mark Baumbach has a question. But off current topic. What's the plan for the gold band birds? Are they still being shipped on Thursday night like what was planned?
Yep, 100%. 100%. There's no Friday releases. No Friday releases. If it says it's going to pour rain on Saturday, they'll sit Friday. They'll sit Saturday till Sunday. If there's nothing Sunday, they'll go Monday. So remember, don't think, and don't call, and don't ask. I'm saying not Mark. I'm saying anybody to try and push me to let them out on Fridays. Fridays. No. It's a holdover. It's a holdover. All 4 races.
And I have a question about holdover. If there is a holdover, how will the birds be cared for during that holdover process?
Well, whenever we do a watering or a feeding, we're going to go live for the little bit of time that we're there when we're doing it. And again, we'll be on the reindeer corn. I think that's the best feed to give them. That's my opinion, and I'll stick with that. You'll see the feeding, you'll see the watering, and away we go, really.
But the birds will be well watered and well fed throughout the duration of the holdover.
Yep, that's right. They'll have enough time, and again, we will do our live Pioneer show with Ricky when he's doing the feeding, and you'll see them there doing that. So we're not going to tell you we're going to feed them and not. We're going to feed them and show you.
There we go. Mark, okay, so all birds, even in your area, will be shipped the Thursday night as well.
We don't cheat.
So that's a yes to that.
Yeah. My Pioneer birds that aren't in the gold band race, they will be shipped on Thursday night. Because I have Pioneer birds on this, and the Pioneer Racing Pigeon Club will be shipping on Thursday night as well.
Yes, because it's a release location for all of us. The Pioneer
That's
One
right,
Lofters, the Pioneer Combine, the Gold Band, we're all going to the same place. So all birds will be shipped on Thursday night, whether they're in the Gold Band or they're not in the Gold Band. They're going to go. Right?
Yep, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Everyone's equal. There's nobody going to get no hanky-panky favoritism. And, again, you're going to see on the Thursday, you're going to see the Pioneer shipping video of us putting the birds on. They'll probably be the first ones on because by the time the evening rolls, people are going to be coming, and I can't do a show when I've got 30 people here. So the Pioneer birds will be the first ones put on.
So if anything, the Pioneer One Lofters, they will be in that transporter, the longest out of all of them.
Yep.
Mark, is the plan to have Richard come to the Guelph shipping location on the Thursday night?
No, shipping is going to be at Bill's. Guelph, I don't know. Ask Joe Oakley about Guelph.
Oh, no, Guelph?
Guelph backed out.
Bill Wema, if that's what you mean by Guelph, then that's where the shipping location will be. At Bill Wema's, not at whatever clubs out there.
Yeah, no, not Wellington Waterloo Club. No. Yeah, Bill's bringing the birds up, or I think that's what we're doing. So
Troy wants to know. So the trailer's leaving Thursday night.
The trailer's loading Thursday night. We'll be leaving on Fridays in the morning. I want Ricky to drive up there in the daylight. There's no sense loading them, driving up. He's going to leave there in the morning. That's how it's going to go.
So Rita wants to know, so when will the race be? If the weather cooperates, we will be shipping on a Thursday night for a Saturday morning release. So Rita's not understanding why, and I get that, she's new. So why this time around are we shipping Thursday night for the last 4 races of the season? Why are we shipping on a Thursday night and releasing on Saturday, Ryan?
Well, the number one reason is it's an open race. I want the birds shipped on the Thursday. Everyone will have a holdover. So if anyone's using any kind of magic potions have enough time to go through the birds, and it's not going to really fire. And we got some money on the line here, and a lot of prestige here. Again, this open race has never, ever, ever, ever been done in Canada. There's never been 4 300-mile opens back to back to back to back. Very, very hard. Very hard. Is it impossible to do? Well, we're going to find that out. We're going to see how good the handlers are around here to do this. This is going to take a monster pigeon to do this. And the reason we do it, shipping Thursday for a Saturday release, is to make sure there's nothing in the birds, nothing illegal, people aren't drugging them, nothing funny. They're all going to spend a night on the trailer, and then they go to the race. So
Troy.
full... Sorry. Go ahead.
Troy said, I'm asking, what's the earliest I can bring my pigeons on Friday morning if they can't make it Thursday night?
No. You got to bring them Thursday night. Thursday. Bring them Thursday. Bring them anytime Thursday. Thursday morning, you can bring them early as you want Thursday morning. and please, people, don't start asking me, can I bring them Friday? Can I bring them Friday? Just get them here Thursday. Let's keep everybody, because I'm not answering to one guy, to another guy, to another guy, to another guy. No. Get your birds here on the Thursday evening.
I don't know. Your camera froze. I can hear you, but your camera is frozen. It's not a good look.
Oh, it's not a good look. Hold on. I'm going to reconnect. Is that okay?
But it's pretty funny.
I'm going to Leah, don't drink and film. I'm on the Gatorade. Hold on. I'm on the Gatorade.
Oh, while Ryan adjusts his camera, I forgot to show this earlier, but want to congratulate Dave Dickinson on his big win this weekend, $2,660. We do have money in the Pickford pot as well as the minute to win it. Check out our website, fifa.ca, where you can go and activate, buy a share in any of the birds that are up for grabs this weekend, as well as minute to win it, as Ryan adjusts his set.
I'm adjusting. I'm trying to get her adjusted, but you know how old Switchy gets. Sometimes she just gets all up and going.
Sometimes she gets me going.
She's worse than Windy.
Sometimes it'll work. And then
Yeah, look at her. She's froze.
Now nothing's well. Now it's all frozen. We're going to go back to Dave Dickinson here for a minute while Ryan readjusts whatever it is that he has to readjust at his end. And I'm just going to get to the questions. You're going to look at Dorothy here for a minute. Shipping is Thursday. Stick to the plan. Yes, yes. Mark's not worried about how long they're in the trailer, just like at Barcelona. Well, and they'll be well fed and well watered, Mark, so you don't have to worry, which you guys will be able to see on camera. Loft manager Richard will be taking them up, and he knows what he's doing. Rita, but I don't understand. Why do they drive in the middle of the night to only let the birds get the least amount of sitting in the trailer or basket?
Let me think. Read that again, Leah.
Oh, there you are. There he is. But I don't understand. Why don't they drive in the middle of the night to only let the birds get the least amount of sitting in the trailer or basket? Sitting in the trailer or basket is not torture. Like, it's not, we're not punishing them. We're not, Ryan, you explain it better than I can.
If you get your birds used to sitting in the basket, they don't ever worry about it. It's not hard on them. The pigeons go in the basket and they
rest.
They rest. They calm down. They relax. It is better to get to the race points. And you know what? On that day, Huntsville, 2 weeks ago, we could have got up. We could have let them out probably any time we were there. We could have probably got it away with 8 o'clock in the morning. But you know what? Sitting there longer grounds them, gets them calm, and they start to think. And they see the sky, and they get the rays in. And what's great about our transporter, when you actually look at it, the birds can see out of it.
That's right.
They can feel the sun. They see the sky. When you're in a shipping crate,
you got 2 holes in the
You got 2 little holes like this. Look. Hey, wait. Is it sunny out? Or what is it like out? I can't see. But look, when I do this, hey, it's a sunny day out here today. My personal opinion, when I see those shipping crates, it's built to hinder the bird, not to help it. But that's a me thing.
So Rita says for 2 days she thinks that is extreme, and I guess to a layperson or somebody who's a newbie at it, and I am along with Rita, I would feel the same way. However, let's talk a little bit about Barcelona racing in Europe and what happens there, just to put things into perspective.
Those extreme long distance races in Barcelona. What happened?
Oh, it's froze again. What about oh no, it's good now. We're good now. It keeps freezing on like the worst times ever. It's making me giggle. Anyway, go on.
All right. Yeah, so the Barcelona races and those distance races, sometimes it takes the transporters to collect all the pigeons and get to where they got to go. The birds are on the road for literally a week. There's been races where the birds have been in a transporter for 10 days.
Mo was telling me in Morocco that sometimes the birds sit on the transporter for up to 2 weeks.
Right.
They're on that. They're fed and they're watered for 2 weeks.
That's right.
Because of weather conditions or the time it takes to collect.
Yeah.
And then drive. You know, they got to drive through mountains, whatever. It takes time to get there. And then if the weather's not right, they'll sit there up to 14 days. He's telling me.
Right now,
I just want to put it again in perspective for Rita so she understands. When we import birds from Europe, and they come through, from Holland or from Poland, it's like, it's what, 2 days, 3 days sometimes before, it depends,
about
right?
3 days.
About 3 days.
It's 3 days. We've had the birds come in 3 days, and we've had the government. They couldn't make it to check them for 2 days, and the birds were there for 5 days. And you open them up out of the widowhood crate. You know what? And these birds don't have food and water twice a day or once a day. They don't have that.
They get a little bit of soak feed in a small container
that they go through in the first day and a half to 2 days.
It's soak feed, feed soaked with water. They're sitting in a little container that's 4 inches wide by about a foot long.
Yeah. Exactly like, think about it, Rita, flying to Europe in regular class with 3 people sitting beside you. That's the exact same as the pigeon sits.
As a widowhood crate.
As a widowhood crate.
But the transporter is way different. Ours is.
Yeah. It's open.
Well, Henry, who is a Pioneer Combine member, says the transporter is more like an Avery, lots of airflow. He's seen it on Friday. He came to shipping night and helped to load the birds. And we welcome anybody who has any questions with regards to our transporter or would like to take a look at it in person to come on down to the village and you can inspect it for yourself. Klaus says, no big deal, Rita. Mike says, when the trailer needs to go to several pickup points, sometimes there's just not enough time to make it to the release point, get watered and settled and released early in the morning. Correct. Klaus says, the birds will be okay. Yes. Oh, Rita thinks it's awful. Rita thinks it's awful, and Rita, you're completely entitled to your opinion. But I'm going to tell you something right now. My father, loft manager Richard, or Ryan, would never, ever, ever put birds in any type of dangerous situation. The birds will be well cared for, well watered, well fed, well looked after. That I can assure you, Rita, so don't worry.
I'll make a point. I was amazed this weekend because I put the drinkers, we put them in here on shipping night. We had the drinkers out for them on shipping night while we were loading.
And they're drinking.
And I put the drinkers in dry, right?
Yeah.
Slid them in. How many birds, before I put the water in, they were putting their heads through the dowling, trying to get a drink of water. And I said, hold on, guys, I'm going to pour you the water. They were already so... they were focused.
They know where the water is.
Yeah.
And
the birds are focused.
You know what? I'll be honest. Our transporter is better than some of the guys' lofts. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's nice. It's open. Each level holds about 400 to 450 birds. Very comfortably. Very comfortably. I had Frank there. We looked. The bottom level there had 200 birds in it. We looked. There's still loads of room. We built this for the comfort of the pigeons. Do you notice on our liberation videos? The birds come out like nothing. You see no birds stuck back in. Everything is open. It's easy. The pigeons, they don't mind this at all. And that's why we train them to do this. This is why we say, hey, put your birds in a basket. Leave them in the basket for 3-4 days. Teach them how to eat and teach them how to drink before the season. Teach them to succeed. Hey, you fly to Europe, you can buy a direct flight. I've seen people buy a flight. It takes them 36 hours to get to Europe.
Talk about liberation.
Let me just get in here. Jeff Henderson, watching all the way from Australia, wants to share his experience of what they do over there. One of our 550-mile races, which the first 200-mile is a water crossing, the birds are flown down 4 days before and wait for the right weather.
There you go. And you know what? When I'm going to say, when you go and buy a pigeon that wins Barcelona, hey, Leah, you've got one that won Barcelona. Karen, right? In that tree, it's Barcelona.
The lineage, yeah.
That pigeon can take in the bloodline the abuse, the control, the mind control, the self-conditioning to hold the form. You're creating a better pigeon. 500-mile races here. You know what? I'd love to have a Barcelona here. Guys, we're going to load the birds on Monday and race them on Saturday. What? They're going to be in the trailer? I think that's idiotic. No. Do you want to get like Europe? Well, why would I want to get like Europe? I'm not in Europe. Hey, why do the Europeans play with the same kind of hockey sticks we do? They want to play like the Canadians, don't they? I want to play like the Europeans. I think it's great. Basket them on a Sunday for a next Saturday race. And you know what? Let's see the birds that can hold the form. Let's see the athletes.
If I can say something, the racing pigeon has a very strong constitution. It's bred with its strength. Not all of them are the same, but I would say, for example, if you take a fancy pigeon,
right?
I don't know, they're the ones with the little short beaks and they got all the feathers on the feet,
right?
And you send them over, let's say 3-4 days from Europe, and they're in the widowhood crates. When you pull those ones out, you can see it. They've been through. This is like the worst experience for me. But you take a racing pigeon out of the same situation and bring him out. He hasn't lost one bit of weight. He's put him out into the quarantine. He's flexing his wings. You could just see the energy in it.
Thanks for getting me out. I'm good. And he looks and he'll go right away for a drink of water. I'll tell you, the utility pigeons are the best for transport. You bring in tipplers. You import tipplers.
They don't step back one.
They come out of the basket, they preen themselves, and they don't walk over to the water. You know why? Well, I've been punished. I fly in the heat. I fly for 19 hours.
They've been bred
to do it.
Let's say a hunting dog, right? A retriever, a hound can go out there and run and hunt all day long. But meanwhile, if you have a little Yorkshire Terrier or a little poodle, it doesn't have that same strength.
Like Mike Vandiak said, it's why we road train. So riding in a basket will not stress them. And if it is done correctly, and the liberator or the person transporting the pigeons knows what the heck he's doing, it's a non-issue for the birds. It's a non-issue.
Mike's right.
Mike's right. And another reason, I do want to add this, we're going to basket on the Thursday. And Friday morning, when Richard, we get up, you're going to have your coffee, and you say, okay, hey, we're going to leave around 7 or 8 in the morning, whatever. We're going to give the birds water before we go. You guys will see that. Away we go. What it does is, if it's super warm on Friday, it allows Richard to basically keep the air flowing through the vehicle. It's going to take him 8 or 9 hours. You leave at 8 in the morning, you get up there, you can stop at 1 o'clock, give him a drink of water, maybe give him a bit of feed, whatever you want, whatever we're going to do. It keeps the transporter breathing. And when the sun's on it, keeps the air flowing through. So by the time the afternoon comes, the day's cooled off, the birds go into the night.
These race birds, they actually find they like being in baskets. They like it. When you go up before release, and they know, they start to actually shake the trailer.
Yeah.
Like, we're ready to go. We want to go. They're like racehorses on the track. You see that racehorse in his stall before he runs. He knows,
Yeah, he knows
and he
his game.
wants to run.
That's right.
So they actually enjoy it. You know.
Hey, it is what it is. You get used to it.
Now, Rita says road training isn't the same as making them sit for days on a transporter. With all due respect to you, she's talking to Mike Vanderyak. I think coming in from new eyes and not knowing, and I get where Rita's coming from because I hate to keep saying she's new at this, but she is new. And for new people, it might be a little shocking or a little jarring if they're not fully understanding it. And I understand her perspective. I invite Rita to come to a shipping night. She can come on Friday night. We will show you the transporter. You can see how the birds are loaded into the transporter. You can see the airflow. Because I want her to be rest assured that the birds are fine. The birds are fine. They're going to be fine. They're not in any harm. They're not in any danger. We would never put the birds, anybody's birds, at risk. We would not. I don't know what the rest of them do. I don't care what the rest of them do. But we will not.
And remember, if you are worried about this kind of racing, maybe this isn't your cup of tea, this type of racing, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you are going to get into this type of racing, you want to compete in it, and this goes for anybody. What do I tell you to do? Teach him how to eat, teach him how to drink, teach him how to be in the basket. When you have your babies and you're in May and you're not letting them out, or in April, and they're nice and strong and they're January bred, put them in a basket for a week. Teach them, eat and drink, eat and drink, eat and drink. In, out. Teach them. What you teach them now, they will never forget it, and they will succeed. Now, I don't recommend you're in the middle of race season, you do this now with your birds, because that means you came a little bit late to the party.
When you change the system now,
it hurts them.
And
Screws them up.
They're going, well, yeah.
But it's part of training, and it's part of what new people need to understand. It's part of training. You have to start them from the beginning, so by the time it comes race time, or the time it comes where they have to be held in the transporter for a couple days or 2 days or 1 day or 8 hours, that they are used to it. You have to set your pigeons up to succeed. That is your job to do that as the trainer. Tracy says, if I remember correctly, I think our American birds were stuck in customs for days on end. Now, I'm not sure if Tracy's talking about when you remember you had that.
Yeah.
They weren't.
Yeah.
First of all, they were with you.
They were stuck with me.
They were with you.
I had those birds for 8 days. 8 days.
And they lived in a basket, did they not? They lived in a basket.
They lived in a basket. They lived. They had to.
And they were fed and watered, and they were fine.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, hey, they went through the vets. The vets looked at them. These birds are beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Well, if a pigeon's sitting in a basket, I mean, once he gets accustomed to sitting in a basket, he relaxes. He's not burning up any energy. He's not working at all. He's sitting in there. Actually, you'll see them. They go down on the butts of their wings, which they're relaxing. They get calm. They sleep. They build energy, actually.
Yeah, they're what you call it is they're supercharging.
Yeah.
They're supercharging. That's right. And actually, sometimes sitting at a release point for an extra day or two
helps them.
Because by the time they come out of that crate, you know what they're saying? I know where I am. I've been here long enough. It's time for me to put the pedal to the metal.
And sitting there at the race point, they actually orientate. You'll see them turning towards home. They're just looking. They just turn.
Your thing is stuck again, and I'm not sure why. But I'm just, while you adjust whatever it is you need to adjust on your end there, who can we throw up here now? Let's throw up today's Motivational Monday post while Ryan is just adjusting the camera there. Rita says, Leah, you're saying 8 hours. What about 2 to 3 days? What about more than that? Rita, I speak from experience. I've helped Ryan with importing birds from Europe for the last, I don't know how many years. We've had experiences where the birds have been left in the crates due to the government, customs reasons, blah, blah, whatever it is. Trust me when I tell you, they come out fine. And they're not given fresh water or fresh food on the daily because we're not allowed to open the crates until the government comes and breaks the seal. And I mean, hundreds and hundreds of birds that Ryan has imported in the last, I don't know how many years. Then they're fine. They're very resilient. You know, these aren't like your little poodle or your home dog, you know, your pet dog or your child. These are racing pigeons, and they've been trained. It's in their blood. It's in their DNA. They are very resilient animals, and you know, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. Trust me. Trust me. And like I said, you are welcome. Henry invited you to come. I welcome you to come. Richard invites you to come. Ryan invites you to come. Come to a shipping night. Come and see the transporter. And, you know, seeing is believing. Rita, but do they all make it? How many die? Very few. I mean, how lost?
Wait.
We don't have any birds dying. Go ahead, Ryan. You respond to that one.
Hold on. We're sending racing pigeons, and any racing pigeon that you're sending to a, you know, I got to get this camera going, to a 300, 400, 500 mile race. Okay, what's the one thing you got to have them in super condition to do it anyways? So as long as you have him in super condition, he's not going to die. He's got the condition because you put him in it. You put him in that condition. Now, can I guarantee a pigeon's not going to die? I don't know. I could be dead tomorrow. I can never guarantee death. I can't guarantee you're going to get your pigeon home. I can't guarantee anything like that. But I can guarantee you we will feed them. We will water them. We have a transporter that is super, good ventilation. Everything is right. And we've got 2 people here that have combined about 100 years in pigeon experience. So you're pretty much sitting in good shape.
Yeah.
That's me. And I'm talking, that's about us. I'm not saying I don't ask nobody for their opinion. I ask Richard and myself and Leah. That's it. I don't take third-party opinions. No. Because this is our cake. We bake it. We either succeed or we fail, and we're not here to fail.
No, definitely not. And we're definitely not here to you know, put any pigeons at risk or in danger by any stretch of the imagination. That would not help our cause at all, would it?
I'm trying to get this up.
Ryan's just trying to get the camera going. Just use your phone camera.
I am. I'm trying to get it. It won't connect.
I'm trying to connect it. I know Leah, sometimes she resends this to me, and I do it a different way.
Let Leah keep going. Keep going, Leah.
I've seen, you know, in Europe, you get these transporters. They hold 36,000 birds. And it's like, you know, the birds are held over. And this is competitions. The birds are strong. They're healthy. They're race horses type thing. They want to run. It's like a retriever dog. You say to them,
"We know
let's go hunting all day." He's trained to do it. They get accustomed. They get used to it. It's part of their life, and their strength. They have a constitution. People, when you have that size of races, they don't send pigeons to die in a transporter. You know. No,
he's starting to get
there now.
We're back. There you go.
There
again, this may not be this.
This might not be the sport for. This isn't the sport for everybody, right? That's fine.
This may not be the
That's
style
fine.
of race.
The thing is, if you don't understand it, I think it's great to ask questions, and I think it's okay to have an opinion. But you need to have an opinion if you're going to have an opinion. After listening, have an opinion based on facts and not just what we think in our head, right? We got to have facts here. So Rita says, no, Ryan, I mean, how many die after coming from Europe in quarantine? Rita, I'm just going to address that as well. When the pigeons come from Europe in quarantine, they are initially inspected by the government. The CFIA inspects every single pigeon that comes through. Do you think they would allow, if we had, you know, mass losses and shipments, do you think that they would allow the importation of animals if every time we imported birds, you know, 10 survive out of 300 and the rest of them dead? Of course not. You can't have one death. You have one death in your group, and the government is going to take the entire flock, and it's over and done with.
Yeah, you gotta really watch.
They're inspected in Europe as well before they ship them.
Yeah, before the day they're getting basketed, the day before they go onto the plane, the European government goes through every bird. They check the ring numbers. They're put into proper, as you would say, a proper kennel for a pigeon.
That's right.
A proper pigeon kennel. This isn't some rickety homemade crate. It's properly made. It has a feed cup and a water cup that's combined together. And you know what? We've been doing this like this for maybe 25 or 30 years.
It's ventilated well.
Ventilated good. And this is the protocol that we have to follow. And when you look at the training vessel here, it's actually, man, it's super compared to how the birds get shipped.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's just roomy. It's great. It's exactly like someone said, Henry said, it's like they're in a big aviary.
Right.
But the great part is in an aviary, birds fly around and burn energy. In this transporter, they can walk around a bit, come up, get a drink. They can move this way, move that way.
They're in a basket height, which is regular basket, 10-inch height.
Yeah.
Right? And
12 by 42 inches long.
12 and a half feet long.
Yeah.
42
inches wide.
And 42 inches wide.
Perfect.
So there's lots of room in there. Lots of room. Right?
I think so. I'm happy with it.
Mike Vanderyak says 100% no pigeon would ever die just by sitting on the transporter for 3 or 4 days, or even a week or more. They get full care on the transporter. Well, that's right. And then Rita says, how do we know they get full care, Mr. Mike? And then Mike says, because they're under the care of Loft Manager Richard. And that's 100%. I mean, I don't know how else we can say it to you, Rita. Like, we're the ones caring for them. You know, don't worry, unless you're questioning Loft Manager Richard's capabilities of caring for birds.
Hold on. In Southern Ontario, there's 4 combines out there.
Mm-hmm.
We're the new kids on the block.
Right.
We're the new kids on the block.
Right.
We're the new kids on the block. But what do we do out of all the rest of them don't do? We videotape before they get released. We got Wendy on there. We got Leah. We got Loft Manager Richard. We're the only ones that show the birds going out. We're the only ones that show the birds getting watered. We are the only professional racing pigeon combine in Southern Ontario. Hold on. Wait for it. Here we go. Bang, ... Man, that feels good.
Well, I'll say something again. Last year I watched another transporter liberate, and the birds with that type of system, right, with the baskets. Is this freezing? No.
We don't know.
No.
Okay. I see them, they liberated. First of all, I didn't see them give them water. Okay.
But
I was watching.
But
they weren't giving water. Okay, they weren't giving water. Just let me finish. Then they liberated. The next thing I see the person going to baskets with his hat off, and he's going like this and like this in baskets where birds wouldn't come out.
Oh my goodness.
And then I seen on occasion, in one corner, there was 4 baskets. When they dropped,
he didn't cut the seals.
The seals weren't cut.
He didn't cut the seals.
They didn't open up.
Can I ask you a question?
And I see it in a panic. The gentleman grabbed the side step and went, and bang, open them up. Our transporter, when you open that up, this is like openness.
The doors to heaven, as we say.
The doors to heaven.
And by the way, when we go to our release points and we give you the weather and you guys watch our show and you're all on the other House League trailers, you're getting a House League setup. They don't care. They don't give a shit. Our business, how we put bread and butter on the table, is by racing pigeons. Okay? This isn't flying for fun, and this isn't
We're not volunteers.
A hobby. We're not volunteers. No. I'm here to do a damn good job. Leah's here to do a good job. Ricky's here to do a good job. And you know what? We are the only professional racing pigeon combine in Canada. Not Southern Ontario, in Canada. That's the truth.
I'll just say a couple more words.
I don't need another word.
I know I'd like to talk a bit.
You're
but
right.
I appreciate what Mike said about Dunchurch and liberating in that school. I invite him to come. I will let go 3,000 pigeons there. No problem. I invite him to come. Okay? But I don't understand why another combine would say they're going to that area, and people believe they're going to that area, but the guy drives them 16 kilometers east of that area, and then he liberates underneath hydro wires.
But hold on.
Wait a minute,
Hold on.
man.
We were last year playing with the house league system.
That's
why we moved on. We built our own trailer. We're doing things in a different way. And that's why I invite our truck here. We can take 4 people every week. Come on down. Come on down. Come on. And you know what? We'll give you all the spots where we're going. Bring your car down. Drive down yourself. Bring your whole family. Get a tour bus.
4 people, so 3 people will drive, and I can sleep.
You can sleep. But this is
No,
what we're saying.
but we absolutely do. We are an open book. We are completely transparent. That's why we do the shows. That's why we do the videos. The great thing about Rita's question is she might not be the only one who has this question. There might be other people who are watching and might be just afraid to express their thoughts or opinions. And this is why this show is great, because we are able to have this open discussion and maybe educate people who don't know, and explain ourselves to people who need an explanation. So we're by no means knocking Rita. I think it's great, because if she has the question, guaranteed other people have the same question. So it's great that she's bringing it out on the table.
And I will say that it's great. Yeah, you're right. That she has, great questions. The show works off people's participation. It's the same like all these races we do. If you people don't come and support it, the races are going to be shit, because you need people. We need you. But you got to put your trust in us. We're not here to fail. We're here to succeed. We're here to race the birds successfully, happy, healthy, and give them a good race. That's why you'll see 2 weeks ago in Dunchurch, or not in Dunchurch, in Huntsville, there was the Niagara trailer was there. I've never seen this before. Wake me up before you go. Was there, now we're leaving. Wait a minute. Can we give the Weather Network some time? We looked at windy. Mike, you got windy. Just look at it. The weather's going to change. I'm going to tell you, in North Bay this weekend, it may be perfect at 12 noon. Guess what? You're going to be waiting until 12 noon, and that's when they're going to go up. It's 160 miles. It's nothing.
That's right. It's only 3.5-hour flight.
Flo says it's a very complicated hobby, and that he's been doing it for 60+ years, and it's a complicated hobby, whether you're new in it or you've been doing it forever. It is, and we're all learning together here. Stephen over on YouTube says pigeon racing can be done humanely, and I know, Leah, that you would not be part of pigeon racing if you thought that these pigeons were being abused. After all, you push your dogs in a baby carriage. Well, that's 100% right. And I trust my father implicitly. I would trust him with my life. So, of course, I trust him with the pigeons. I know the job will be done properly. I know that his thoughts are first and foremost for the safety of the birds. I am speaking as a daughter. I know that for a fact. So, please don't worry.
Perfect. See? You don't have to worry.
I know bringing birds back
is worse.
Is harder on the birds than sitting.
Yeah.
Okay. And sometimes these other combines, what they do is they'll head up, they'll pick up birds, and then they'll turn around with their unit and drive 30 miles the other way. Maybe they live close by, or they got a friend, they go and visit. They park there, and then they get up in the morning and then drive to the race point. That scrambles the birds.
Listen, the whole thing is you try and get up, get to your spot, give the birds a bit of time, half hour to an hour, real good, perfect. Give them some water, let them get situated. If the weather's not good, don't make a quick decision. And I look at all these combines I've seen the last couple weeks, just guys that are good pigeon flyers, they're on there that should be good liberators. They're getting fired and they're getting this and they're getting thrown out of things. And what are you panicking for? You're at 90 miles or 100 miles or 200 miles. Relax. The birds are okay. You guys have a transporter that apparently has spots to water and feed them, but you're bringing the birds back. Why?
Yeah, why?
Why? Why? And the reason is nobody has the balls to be the liberator because everybody and their brother cries, bitches, moans. And you want to know what else is really sad? All you people that are on these other transporters and all these other combines, you're paying good money, more than you would pay at the Pioneer. Mm-hmm. They're not giving you anything video. They're not giving you any feel good. Feel good. Hey, look it. I seen my birds drank this morning. Hold on. I seen the sky. It was blue. It was black. It was gray. I seen it. I seen it. I seen them come out. I seen my baskets were liberated. You know what you see? You don't see nothing. Because why? They don't give a shit. It's not run like a business. It's run like, oh, we're volunteers, and I've been the president for 32 years. Nobody wants this job. And that's the end of it. Again, you're in a house league system. I hate to say that, but you guys put yourself in a house league system. If you want to play in the professional leagues, I'm Ryan from the Pioneer. Come on down.
I know one guy a few years ago had a situation where he shipped birds.
Do you have any birds to show and tell? Because James is asking, and it's almost 11 o'clock, and we can't keep going on with stories about how other combines operate. I don't care how they operate. This is how we operate.
Murph's barfing up a hairball. Poor little Murph. His cone-shaped ears, but he's doing okay. No, Ricky doesn't have any birds. Again,
sorry, James.
I want to congratulate.
Maybe next week Ricky will get on the program. People want to see Ricky's show and tell. I told you that 3 weeks in a row.
Well, the problem with Ricky is he doesn't follow the bouncing ball so well, and that's why he has a write-up sheet when he goes there now to the releases.
I tried to get on that basketball team, and I just couldn't make it.
Couldn't make it. But big congratulations, Ricky. Congratulations again.
Oh, thank you.
You won the one bird. Don't squeeze my hand so tight. Congratulations. You beat out those flying bitches in the one bird category.
Thank you.
This week. Congratulations.
As I did the week
before. I have to eat a little bit of crow because I thought Bruce Almighty beat Loftman Richard, and it's not the case. He actually beat me. So I apologize, and you deserve the win there.
Well, what about the two-bird?
And congratulations also in the two-bird league. It was Henry Ratter, that rhymes with ladder. He was in it. The flying bitches were in it, and you were in it. And yet again, just by a hair, the two flying bitches and the
two of mine,
they came together. The bitches were in the lead, but from the top of the Twisted Sister to the border of the Twisted Sister, you closed like a freight train. You beat her out, and then
what about the five bird?
The five bird, we called that. The wheels on the bus go round and round and round. And
who clocked the first five bird?
Who clocked the first five bird? Congratulations. I'm going to give that to you. But there's a special congratulations going out to the flying bitches. You want to know why? She had the first second day bird.
Oh, first second day bird.
First second day bird. Now for our young bird results, we are uploading. We got new flyers that came this week, which I want to welcome them to the Pioneer Village. Robert Rohde, Ross Recaro, and Mike Van Kempen, who flew with us this past weekend. We want to welcome them. I'm uploading their results tomorrow. I just got them this evening, so I haven't had a chance, obviously, because I've been on the show. But we will have the complete combine results, hopefully, to show everybody tomorrow to see how everybody did in our young bird combine. Henry says, great discussion you started, Rita. Absolutely. And Rita, like I said, you're more than welcome to come. If you'd like, you don't live far. Maybe Loft Manager Richard could bring the transporter up to your place and you could have a look at it. You could show all your neighbors, and you and Tony could go out and let everybody know. We could leave it
in your driveway for the 3 or 4 days.
Hold on. I got an idea.
What?
I'm thinking outside the box. We'll put Rita on one level and Tony in another, and you can go around the block with them in there. They can sit in there and feel the wind. And you know what? We're going to even pull over. We're going to, remember, I recommend you don't wear pants in case you have to go to the bathroom. You're sitting on wire, so you can just go right through that. And yes, we are going to drink you, but we won't feed you. We will drink you on there.
Drink a choice.
Drink a choice.
Drink a choice. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. Steven says, I know Ryan and LMR are good loft managers, and I love the transparency from the Pioneer Village. Great show tonight, and I do enjoy the motivational Monday photos. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Steven, and nice to see you on. Great show tonight. Congratulations again to our winners. I think we're going to wrap this up because I got to go to bed.
Yeah, tomorrow we might have a double toss. We've been talking about how we want to train these birds because we're playing with Hawk Central here. So we might have a double toss tomorrow. It might be a 12 noon toss and a 6 p.m. toss.
To the rock.
To the rock. R to the
What is it?
R to the OCK?
No, there's no K. It's just a C.
R-O-C.
R-O-C-K. Hey, you know what they say, eh?
No, it's no C-K.
Right.
It's R-O-C.
You know what they say? Fly, drive, and drink. Hey, hey, what are you guys thinking of my my yellow drop soup?
Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. Think about it overnight, folks. Sleep on it, and then they can let you know tomorrow. Great show, guys. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for the comments and the questions. If you like what we're doing, please share, like, subscribe to our page. Share it with your friends. Share it with your club members. Share it with your family. Sharing is caring, and the pigeons do appreciate it. They do their part. We got to do ours to promote this great sport of pigeon racing. I'm going to sign off here from the control center. Ryan, you sign off from the village.
The village, we're done. The cameras weren't good tonight. Ricky was on fire. We had so many stories from Ricky. That was great. Great questions, great interaction. Not only good questions about the eyesight stuff, good questions from Rita. Mark had some good questions. Troy tried to sneak in early shipping. Bad boy, Troy. Bad boy. We appreciate everything. Birds love what your support you're giving. Keep following along.
Get back to Rita. I think what we'll do.
The pickbird pot's now at 580. 580. I've got to get that thing up to 1,000. Why? We want a damn good pickbird pot this week. Remember, Dorothy was nowhere. And you know what Dave did? He looked and he seen his wife. And there she was. Pick 'em, guys. You're going to win. Remember, minute to win it. The pot's at 380. Where's Nick? I got to figure out. I'm going to buy Nick another minute. But I got to get in touch with him because we're going to win this thing. Forget you guys. Inch by inch, brick by brick, mile by mile. I can't take Ricky anymore. I'm going to hit him from here. We got to get rid of this hawk tomorrow. You're on that. Thanks for flying with us, guys. And Leah, I hope Karen hits a wire. Thanks for flying with us, guys. Bye for now.
Good night, guys.
Good night.